Yeah, okay, I might have taken from the tuck shop at the age of 13, but actually what have we done that is so much nicer in all of those years?
What do you think is the greatest act of love that you've ever done for somebody else?
Oh my, that's a really hard question.
I'll answer it.
Yeah, married.
So, I feel that I think kindness is the big thing for me. I think that, but then again, I do it year round, not just with my partner, but with my friends as well. So,
Okay, it's like a continuation of being kind and showing that love year round. And Livia, you say getting married.
Yeah, absolutely. Getting married is a massive commitment. It's a huge commitment. It's the biggest commitment that you can make.
Okay, so wonderful. Pam just stuck her tongue out then at you, by the way. Wonderful. Now, in a few minutes, I want to talk to you about the greatest act of love I think there is. But what do you think is the greatest act of love a person could give? So being kind year round and marrying people and all those things, they are fantastic and they are acts of love. Do you think there's a greater act of love that somebody could give, like human to human?
Just showing care and...
I think commitment's a big thing. So Olivia and I have been friends for 32 years. So I think that's a real big sort of...
That's a big commitment.
It is, and I still like her, you know. It's difficult at times.
But you don't like love me.
Yeah, I like her and I love her.
I'm sure you do. I can see there's a mutual friendship of love between the both of you, which is great. Now, before I give you my answer around what the greatest act of love is, I want to ask, do you think that you're a good person?
Ooh. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so...
I had to think about it.
You had to think about it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, what I'm going to do now is we're going to put that to the test, if you don't mind.
Oh my God.
And shall we
Shall
agree that honesty is the best policy?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Now, not to scare you, but I've taken this test, the good person test, and I failed it. So just to put you at ease, don't worry.
That's not
I failed
put
it.
me at ease.
It's not put you at ease?
No.
Okay, don't worry. You might do better than me. Okay, first question is, how many lies do you think you've told in your life?
Oh my...
Loads.
Hundreds.
Just watch your language, Pam, because this will be going on international television potentially.
Many.
Hundreds.
Hundreds. What do you call someone who tells hundreds or loads of lies?
Depends what kind of lie it is.
Have you always just told white lies or lies just to be kind to somebody else? That's the typical answer that people say.
That's me, yeah.
They're the only lies you've ever told. You've never told a lie just to get yourself out of trouble or...
I have, yes.
What those type of lies we're talking about? What do you call someone who uses those types of lies?
Honest. Actually, because that will contradict it. I know what you're saying. However, I think I'm being honest in saying how many lies I've told. That's what I mean.
Yes, you are being honest. Shall we say it begins with L and rhymes with fire?
Liar?
Yes! If I had told you a lie, you'd call me a liar, pants on fire, wouldn't you? And you might do it to your children as well.
Yeah.
So that's the first question out of the way. Second question is, how many things do you think you've taken that don't belong to you? And we're talking about in your lifetime, irrespective of value.
Not many.
Top shop jacket.
Yeah. And the tuck shop, maybe. At school, yeah. Not many.
But you have still?
I have done, yes.
Olivia?
To be fair, I don't really think I have.
Remember, we're going all the way back to your childhood, for your whole lifetime.
Mine.
Off the top of my head, I cannot ever remember taking something that didn't belong to me, no.
Okay, do you think it's possible it might have happened?
If I really sat and thought about it, then very possible.
My children at home have done stuff like that already, and they're very young, and I know they won't remember it. So I think if we're honest, we could probably say when we're a child, there may be things they might have taken that don't belong to us. What would you call somebody who took things that didn't belong to them?
Stealer.
They played for the Philadelphias, maybe.
Yeah.
Thief? Thief, that better?
Oh, I don't like it.
Okay, third one, and I appreciate your honesty. Have you ever used God's name in vain? So instead of using a swear word or another word to express disgust, you'd use God's name instead?
Absolutely.
Yeah, Olivia, you did do it earlier, actually. Do you know what that's called?
Oh my...
That is an example of one.
Blasphemy.
Well done.
It's like Depeche Mode, Blasphemous Rumours.
I've not heard that song. I've heard of Depeche Mode though.
Well, you're so much younger than me.
Thank you. So just to keep it back on track, so we call that blasphemy. So if, instead of using another word to express disgust, we use God's name instead. And in vain means without thinking about it. And I think when you say it, you do it without even thinking about it. And I think sometimes that when that happens, when we do blaspheme, we do use God's name just without thinking about it.
Absolutely.
Now the last one, and I do appreciate your honesty, is. Did I say the last one? I'm sorry. Good pick up there. Fourth one, definitely the last one. Have you or did you always obey your parents?
No.
Okay, very quick. Now, as I said earlier, I failed all of these questions as well and many more. I don't know if you just know, we've just been through 4 of the 10 commandments.
Does that make you a bad person?
Well, we'll find out in a minute. So that's 4 of the 10 commandments, and we found out by your own admission, and I'm not judging you because I'm exactly the same, that you admitted that you were liars, thieves, that you were blasphemers, and that you were disobedient to your parents. Does that still sound like a good person?
No.
Does it?
No, but it sounds like a normal person.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So, all right, okay. Now, if you were to die tonight, and I really hope you don't because you seem like lovely ladies, and
My birthday tomorrow.
yes, and we want to reach the next year.
Come on.
So if you were to die, and I really hope you do, because you do see, I genuinely mean that, and you were to stand before God and he was to judge your life by the things we've just spoken about, would you be innocent or guilty?
Guilty. Oh.
Pam, do you agree with Olivia?
Yeah, guilty.
Okay. Now, what should God do?
If he's measuring us on what we've talked about, yeah.
But we do lots
the
of good
commandments,
things too.
yeah.
Okay, we're going to get to that bit right now. So,
balance.
if God was to judge you by that standard, you'd be guilty. What should he do with people that are guilty by the standard of breaking the 10 commandments?
What should he do with them?
Mm-hmm.
This is where I...
Yeah. What can he do?
Okay, now you just mentioned about you've done other things good to outweigh or to justify other things. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely, but...
Because we do a lot of... You're pinpointing the negatives in our lives from like the age of like 3 up. Like, have you ever stolen anything? Okay, yeah, I might took from the tuck shop, you know.
Ladies, 6 ladies.
Hey! Where's Abby going? Is Abby going home?
We're on an interview.
It's fine. Don't worry, it's fine. We've been disrupted before. It's fine. This might make the bloopers edition.
See, we're popular because we've got really good friendships, and that's, you know. So you're
That
talking.
shows
You've
we're good
pinpointed
people.
a few things like, yeah, okay, I might have taken from the tuck shop at the age of 13, but actually, what have we done that is so much nicer in all of those years? So yes, we're admitting to those that one thing that yes, we have pinched, but actually, what have we done since?
Happy birthday, Pam.
Thanks, gorgeous. Do you know what I mean?
I know what you're saying. I hear what you're saying.
It's all about the balance, and it's about.
Okay.
You've asked us that one question. We might have done that once, but how many really good things have we done 100 times over? You've not asked us the good thing.
What does God judge?
Okay, so can we just put that analogy into a court of law? So let's say that you've you've stolen a car and you've joyridden it and then you've crashed it. If you were to stand before the judge and they said, Pam and Olivia, you've stole that car and you joyrode it and you smashed it up, you've created X amount of damage that needs to be paid for. If you turn around to the judge and say, Judge, I've only done that once, and there's plenty of times where I've obeyed the law, I've never had a speeding fine, I've never had a parking ticket, I've got a clean driver's license.
Does it matter now?
If the judge turned around and went, good point, girls, I'm going to let you off from this crime.
What God does? Does God judge on one bad thing?
If the judge was to let you off based on your good record and other things, what would you say about the judge?
That is completely out of context. You can't compare a judge in court to.
So he's got to base
God.
He's got to base
If
his
there
decision
is
on
a
his
God.
evidence.
No, I can't distinguish between the two things. God in heaven, allowing you into heaven, which I don't believe. I don't believe there is a heaven, and I don't believe there is a God. Comparing it to a judge in a court is ridiculous.
Okay, let me make it a little bit simpler. So, when we're talking about a judge, we're talking about a judge, like you said, who's got all the evidence. Well, God, by definition, is all-seeing and all-knowing and all these things. If God is truly God, then he would have seen everything that we've done. And because God is a just God, like a judge is a just judge, if the judge was to let you off that speeding and breaking the car that I've just explained, we'd say he's a corrupt judge, especially if it was our car that got stolen. If I stole your car, did those things, and the judge let me off because I've been good elsewhere, you'd say, hold on.
That wouldn't happen.
But I know it won't. I'm giving you an analogy. So if a human judge upholds the law, then God is even more perfect than a human judge. Therefore, he's going to uphold his law to the finest degree. So, and I said to you earlier, like, I'm in the same boat as you. Like, I've broken all the commandments. So, because God is perfect, he cannot allow anything that's bad into his presence. Therefore,
continue to break the commandments now.
Can I finish this bit, and I will answer that question?
Okay.
Because God is just, he wants to enact righteousness. Therefore, anything that is not good will not be allowed into his presence. So, by definition, all humanity, all of us, have broken those commandments, and we all deserve to be judged according to that point. And God said that there's two places: there's either heaven or there's hell. Now, the bad news is we all deserve to go to hell, but I'm not here tonight just to give you bad news. I'm here to tell you about good news. And there's good news after the bad news, because the bad news is I deserve to be judged just like you do, and the Bible says that when we die we will stand before God in judgment, and he's going to use his 10 commandments as the standard of righteousness. But we've all not achieved that standard, so we all deserve to be punished. But
That's harsh.
But because God is rich in mercy, he did something for the world. And this is the greatest act of love that I want to talk about. What do you think I'm maybe alluding to a little bit?
You tell us.
Forgiveness.
Okay, good. Now, he provided a way for us to be saved. And what he did was 2,000 years ago, hold on, Olivia, 2,000 years ago, Jesus Christ came to earth, fully God, fully man, and he lived the perfect life that we can't live. And he intentionally and deliberately and willingly went to the cross and died on the cross. And what he did was he paid for the debt of sin. So there's a debt of sin again from humanity that we've incurred, and Jesus paid for that debt on the cross. And we can be forgiven of all the things that we've done freely, because God is rich in mercy and he's full of grace and love. Because of who God is, he'll freely forgive us if we do two things. Two things. There's two things to receive this free gift. One of them is repent, which means say sorry for the things that you've done wrong. And then the second thing is to trust. It's to trust in what Jesus has done. Now, Liv, you've been sort of wanting to talk. I'm going to give you the opportunity now.
Are you? Really?
Oh, gold.
No, this is when I need to zip it, lock it, and put it in my pocket.
This is an open forum. It's fine. This is an open forum. If you want to say anything on here, then you can.
I'm a non-believer, so everything that you've just said to me, I don't believe. But that doesn't make me a bad person. I've been conditioned from a child to believe in God and believe in Jesus and believe in the Bible. As an adult and a grown woman, I have made that choice and decision from everything that I know and everything that I've learned.
Based on experience.
And based on experience, that I now do not believe that there is a God, that there is a heaven, that we are going to be judged. I'm a good person. I don't feel that I need God in my life to believe that. And I think things that have happened in my life have made me realise that we are all conditioned from a young age to believe in something that actually, when you really, really look into and pick and dissect, is pretty... But I need to try and say this in a... I'm not disrespecting anybody.
No, you say it however it comes out, as long as it's not with swearing and blasphemy and things like that.
I don't believe. I don't believe in the Bible.
Okay, and I fully respect your opinion. We live in a country of free speech.
And I fully respect your opinion. Absolutely, we do. And I don't want to come across as a bad person because I don't believe, and I don't feel that Christianity and belief and religion. I think religion is a huge part of all the world's problems, and that makes me... Oh, it's so hard to put into words without... I don't want to be disrespectful, but I just think that religion is the root of a lot of evil.
Okay, can I ask, why don't you believe in God? What's your best proof that God doesn't exist?
Yeah, we need to cut
Because-
this short because we need to go.
Okay, I'm going to leave it here because I know you want to go. Please think about what I've said, and I just want to encourage you to maybe do a little bit more research and look into some of these things. I want to leave you with this. We weren't here when these buildings were made, were we? But who built them?
Men.
A builder built them. Now, we don't need to be here to know that a builder built them because the buildings testify that was a builder. Same things with a painter. If we saw a painting, we didn't need to see Vincent van Gogh to know that he painted all the different things he did. It's the same with a creation. We see a creation around us. We see trees and birds and wildlife and wonderful things. We've got fantastic bodies that do amazing things. And because there is a creation, we know from logic that there is a creator. So that is one way of us proving and demonstrating that there is a God through that. So I'm going to leave you with that. Thank you for your time. Have a lovely birthday, and I hope you one day will give a bit more credence to the greatest act of love. Thank you, ladies. I will leave it there. Not saying it with us, but it sounds like you need that. This is a conversation that you could and should have with somebody who's got. You've got a lot of questions that need answered. I don't think tonight's probably the best.
I'm Prosecco fuel.
Yeah, and I know you're on a bit of a night, and it's a bit of a conflict in that. So I do appreciate your time.
But it is a huge.
It's a massive subject.
Yeah, absolutely. And to be a young